Hello and welcome back to another semi-exciting episode of Backwoods Bourbon. I go ahead and apologize for the rain. It's a little bit loud, but it's really the only window of time I have to be able to do a video. So over the weekend, we was able to do a little bourbon hunting in Floyd County, Kentucky. We actually did come back through Pike County, Kentucky and hit a few stores, but stick around and see what we found. Talking about doing this bourbon hunt, and I mentioned on a chat group locally that I was going to Mcdowell, Kentucky, and they immediately told me it's not Mcdowell, Kentucky. It is Mcdowell. So you got to say it right to be able to go over there. So I roll into Mcdowell to Top Cat Liquor number 2. Super nice building. Looks really new. I'm not sure how long it's been there, but metal building, super nice concrete parking lot, clean store, quite a bit of stuff. As soon as I walked in, they had this sitting there at retail, $69, and sitting beside it was a plethora of really nice bottles. They had a William LaRue Weller, they had a Thomas Handy, they had a George Stagg, and to be honest, those bottles are a little out of my reach. But this for retail, I know I picked one of these up last weekend, but at retail, hard to find. I went ahead and picked this up. There is 2 others left that was sitting with this one. And not only was this bottle there, we found this bottle. And this is a bottle I've not found till this weekend. This bottle was sitting there readily available. And to be honest, I don't know what MSRP is on these bottles. If this retails the same as the 10-year Eagle Rare, I probably paid a few more dollars for it. But it was the first one I'd saw. And listen, I know you see these things like, oh, you shouldn't buy this. Buy this instead of this. But this stuff's a little hard to find, and I didn't have this bottle, and it was a few dollars over MSRP, so I went ahead and got it anyway, and I'm really glad I found it. And after I go through these, we're going to open some of these too. So after finding these 2 bottles that made me extremely happy, I left and was coming back through Pike County, hitting stores on my way home. So we stopped by Southside Liquors again, which it's a store that I've really fell in love with. The ladies that's worked there both times I've been in are super nice. The biggest reason for stopping by Southside Liquors was a few weeks ago, I found this dinner bucket with a bottle of Brothers Wright Barrel Proof. And I said, man, that is so good that I want to go over and try the others. I stopped by again and picked up the Brothers Wright Wheated and the Brothers Wright Reserve. And I'm telling you, these bottles are beautiful. The labels, they're raised. I mean, it's probably some of the nicest bottles that I've ever saw. The Brothers Wright Wheated is a single barrel. It is 103.5 proof. The mash bill is 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. And it is 5 years, 2 months, and 1 day old. And if I remember right, the barrel proof was a little younger than that, but it didn't have a young taste. So I'm really anxious to try this, and we definitely have a Glen here for that. The Reserve is a little different product. This is a blend of a wheated bourbon and a rye bourbon. I'm going to have to read it because it's a lot to remember. But it is 62% wheated bourbon, which the mash bill is the 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley, that basically this bottle. And it's 20% of rye bourbon, which is 70% corn, 20% rye, 10% malted barley. The wheated bourbon that was used to blend this was 5 years, 24 days. The rye was 5 years, 6 months, and 21 days. This bottle comes in at 104.5 proof, 52.25% alcohol. And this is bottle 200. Definitely glad to have these two bottles to try them. The first one made me so excited. I can't wait to try these, and we're going to. Just hang on a minute. So while we was at Southside, I grabbed these two bottles and then kind of laid them on the shelf and started looking around, which is a good thing I did. We found Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Rye. I've been really wanting to find this. My buddy Jimbo had bought this. I hadn't been there to try it yet, but luckily I was able to find it and at retail. So just quick recap: retail, 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 slightly above. Once we leave there, we go to Indian Hills. Indian Hills is a great store. Two girls working there, and the last two times I've been there, it's been the same ladies. They're always quick to want to help me. They let me behind the counter to look at all the stuff they have. They'll answer any questions. Great store. Great store. I love stopping there. But my main reason for stopping there was I've not been able to find the Wild Turkey 8-year yet. The Wild Turkey 101 8-year. But I did notice this last time I was there and I passed on it. This is the Wild Turkey 70th anniversary Jimmy Russell 8-year. I know it's not the same, but you know, there's only a 70th year one time, so I figure if you don't grab one now, you're probably not ever going to get to grab one. So I was glad to pick this up. So I picked this last bottle up at Indian Hills, and I'm probably going to get it. This is 100% a Tater bottle, but a Tater bottle that I had never found for sale, ever. It's the first store I've ever gone into that had this bottle, and they had two, and I went ahead and got one. So the Weller Full Proof. I don't have near the whole Weller collection. I now have this, the Antique, the 12-year, and the Special Reserve. I don't have the CYPB or the single barrel. And you know, to be honest, I may never see a bottle of single barrel in my life. Definitely want to try a few of these. Do we do the Reserve or the wheated first? Let's do the wheated. Had to make a little room there. So let's see what we have here. This is the wheated. There you are. All right, here's the wheated. Let's hear this cork pop. Do a little tip. That's a good one. As usual, real cork for their bottle. This Reserve open, which I'm pretty excited for it too, honestly. Let's see the cork pop. This is always like one of my favorite parts. Oh, that's a good one. Pretty heavy. And Reserve. So let's give this a try. The wheated. It's got a really good nose. It's a little fruity. A lot of wheateds are really sweet, really mild, really an easy sipper. This wheated has a little bit of an attitude. Let's say this wheat is a little sassy. Man, that's really good. Really good. I think I still like the barrel proof a little better than this bottle, but it's really good. But I think what I'm going to do with this is I think I throw this in a blind with Bardstown Origin Series Wheat, Antique 107, And what is another 105, 106 weighted? Around 100, like a Heaven Hills bottle and bond maybe? But I can definitely see a good blind coming with that. Let's try the reserve. The nose has got a little vanilla. Something citrusy. Let's get a taste. The palate is a little bit like sour apple, like a Granny Smith apple, almost like a maple syrup. Finish has got some brown sugar. Boy, it's long. It's long. I'm definitely going to try a little bit of barrel proof after the video to kind of see where it stands with this. These are both really good. But honestly, I feel like the barrel proof for me is probably a touch better, but it's been a while since I had it. I think I'll try that again tonight and verify, but both of these are really good. These are going to be bottles that's not going to be missing from my shelf. You know, a local distillery that's making this good of a product. This is as good as mainstream Kentucky bourbon, in my opinion. You know, these guys, they're knocking it out of the park. It's so good. So good. I'm proud this made close to home. When you try the wheated after reserve, it's a whole different flavor. It's you can definitely tell it's a lot sweeter. Before we get carried away on proof, I definitely think we should try this one. Neither of those places in Pikeville had talked to the owner. They still were kind of uneasy about letting somebody film, so I just chose not to again. I don't really want to put anybody in a hard spot. So I really think, in my opinion, bringing them all home, opening them, drinking some out of them, and tell you what I think is probably as exciting. Maybe not. It's nice being able to just pop these things open and try them and give you my opinion on the product. Cork pop. Pretty good. All right, we tried them in the wrong order. Very complex. Very complex. I think I may have done Eagle Rare an injustice by trying these first. This is 103, the 104 proof. Very complex, a 95 proof. It took a lot of the complexity away. I probably tried them in the wrong order, but I'm gonna rinse and try again. That's good. That drink was way better than the first. You can't really judge these things on neck pours, but I do believe that's a little better than the 10-year. I like the extra 5 proof points, regardless. If it was still 10 years old and then bumping it to 95 is going to make it better than 90 for me. But I really wish they would have brought this in at 105 or so. That would be good. I like proof. I think everybody likes the complexity. Like 90 has some water in it. I guess in reality, Eagle Rare being, the Eagle Rare 12-year being 95 proof, if this were 107 proof with that same mash bill, it's probably going to hit the lines of another Buffalo Trace product that's just called something different. So I guess it's kind of got to be that for it to be what it is. But it's really good, and I think there's a lot of new people getting into bourbon that's really going to like this bottle. And from what I gather, this bottle is actually going to replace the 10-year. But I could be wrong. Could be totally wrong about that. That's just the hearsay that I heard. All right, I think we tried the Jimmy Russell. And I'll just be honest with you. These things aren't nearly as easy to open as you'd think. And then you put a camera in front of you, it is even worse. Pretty excited about this. I hope it's as good as the 8-year. I did get to try the 101 8-year at my buddy's house. I have not been able to find it, but it was really good. I hope this is somewhat comparable because I just tell you, it was good. And it was totally different. Not totally different, but there is a difference in the American 101 release without the age statement and the 8-year release that has only been available out of the country. Those excite me. I don't know about you. I'm a huge Wild Turkey fan. I love their profile. I love the Russell's single barrel. I love the Russell's 10. I've not been blessed enough to try the Russell's 13, Russell's 15, but I'm sure I'd love it too. I love everything I've tried so far. Oh, and that is Wild Turkey. So good. And you know, if you are a Wild Turkey guy, their flavor profile, the nose, it's unique. It's probably a lot more along the lines of love it or hate it than, you know, people be. You probably don't ask a lot of people about Wild Turkey, and they say, it's all right. They either probably like it or they don't. And obviously, by their sales, most people like it. Man, that's good. This is a really good affordable bottle. This bottle's pretty cheap. Like, listen, those videos that people tell you not to buy this, kill me. But like, I don't know how hard this is going to be to find. I found it at a few places. I just knew for sure they had enough of it that I could get back and get it. I would say that this bottle is easier to find than this bottle, but you know, if you do see this, it's a fairly affordable bottle. I think it was around $59 is what I gave. I'm not sure if that's retail or not. It may be a $30 bottle. I'm not sure, but if you find this bottle, pick it up. It's good. I'm not just knocking it. I'm not knocking this bottle, but this is far better than this one, to me. But it is a few more proof points also. That's good. And then there were two. I've had this one other time. Again, a buddy had it, and we tried it. In the very first blind that I did, we blinded a Calumet 15, the Weller Full Proof, Knob Creek 18-year, and Knob Creek 9-year, Knob Creek 9-year, and this was second in my choice of the blind. This one won for my buddy. So we'll give the old Weller Full Proof. And like I said, this is the first bottle I've ever saw this for sale. I did not pay MSRP for this. You can kick me if you want. But the first one I ever saw, I really wanted it. And I treated myself. Good cork pop. Let's see here. This bottle, I'm pretty sure, is 114 proof. It is the wheated mash bill, as is all of the Weller. Really anxious to give this a taste. It's been a while since I've had it. Most people consider This not as good a bottle as Antique 107, but I'm about to give you my opinion, which is completely irrelevant. You know, Weller stuff takes a bit of a bad rap. Buffalo Trace stuff is just something a lot of people love to hate. People don't buy Blanton's. It's overpriced, 90 proof. But when you put all that aside, it has a wonderful nose. It's 114 proof. That retails for probably $100 or less. And I'm not saying I know the MSRP because I never saw one of the MSRP. But it has a really good nose. That's vanilla. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. To be honest, I like it every bit as good as 107. That's good. So good. I'm glad I bought it. No buyer's remorse here. Heaven Hill Grain to Glass. This was $94, and I'm pretty sure that is the MSRP. They have a wheated version. I've not been able to find it. This is the rye. So let's see if we can open this without embarrassing ourselves and it taking 38 minutes. Oh. That was only a partial. And every cork pop's been really good tonight. So hopefully this one doesn't disappoint. Here we go. It's beautiful cork, real. Fresh Glen. Like I said, this is a rye. It is 61.6% ABV, 123.2 proof. Beautiful bottle. And I'm a huge Heaven Hill fan. I love every product that they've made so far that I've tried. And this one being 120 proof, I have high expectations for it. And I love a rye. Oh yeah, it smells good. Okay. It's viscous. It coats the tongue good. It's pretty mild for 123. It's good. It coats the tongue good. Tons of flavor. It builds through the whole drink. And then those bacon spices from the mid on. It's so good. It has that rye bite at the end that I love. Really sweet up front. So good. Really happy with that bottle. Really happy. Distilled in 2017, released in 2024, 7-year age statement. Really good. I've not been able to find the wheated stuff, but they say it's even better. So we'll continue to look for that. And until then, we're going to enjoy the ones we have. Really appreciate you watching. I appreciate the subscribing, the comments, everything. Thank y'all so much for watching. Till next time, we're going to keep spending money we don't have on bourbon we don't need. Catch you on the next one.